Front Row Dave, just pulling into Yankee Stadium, episode number 24 of From the Fans. Tonight, July 16th, 2011, we got the one and only Paul McCartney.
I'm here at Yankee Stadium to see Paul. Seen him 2 times, here once, I'm sorry, not here, Meadowlands and Shea, and he was terrific. My wife's favorite, and I had to take her.
Ah, there you go.
Have fun.
Absolutely. What's the one you got to hear?
Jet.
Paul McCartney is he's the greatest thing. He is. He's just, you know, we're all here at Yankee Stadium and we just can't wait to hear from Paul. It's going to be a great show.
Been a Beatle fan since 1964. Remember the Beatle cards when I was at school? I saw Paul twice at Citi Field.
Okay.
First show, he had Billy Joel as a special guest. I got to see Ringo out in Long Island, where I live, and got to see, this is my 3rd time seeing Paul. I can't imagine what the Beatles would have done had they been together as long as the Stones. What they did in the short time they were together, it's amazing. 2 greatest songwriters ever, Paul McCartney and John Lennon. I mean, they could just sit together and kid around and write a song. They've done that. Hey Bulldog and all those songs they did. They were just fooling around and they made hits out of it.
You know, I'm trying to think of the one, You Know My Name, Look Up My Number, man.
That was, they were supposed to be partying and they just happened to be kidding around.
You know, I remember that listening to. It's on the flip side of, I think, Hey Jude, if I'm not mistaken. But it's been a long time since I heard it.
And that was a cool song. It was.
Absolutely. You know, they all were. You know, with that kind of talent, it's just amazing. So we're right.
It's been about 10 years since we lost George. December of 2001.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It really is a shame. Yeah. You know, just hope that Paul and Ringo are able to keep going on and on, man.
They're supposed to do a concert where they're going to have John's son and George's son, and Ringo and Paul. They were talking about that. I don't know if they're ever going to do it.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Roger Wagner from Shoreham, Long Island.
I'm Jennifer from Vermont, and I'm here in New York City because I love Paul McCartney. I met him last summer in Toronto and he signed my arm and I had it autographed on there and tattooed on there right there.
Oh, very nice.
It was his concert number 15 of Paul's for me, and I'm stoked to be here tonight. He was so fantastic last night, and New York City is awesome to see a concert, and it really is.
The new Yankee Stadium, right?
Oh my God, it's huge in there. I'm a Red Sox fan. Even I was impressed. It's got me pretty good in there, you know?
What's the very first time you saw Paul?
Oh, Meadowlands, New Jersey, actually. It was the big tour he did in 2001, I want to say. And I was my first Paul show, and I almost started crying because I was so excited to see the guy. Been a fan for 35 years now, and I'm 36, so that's, you know, pretty good.
That's pretty awesome. Definitely.
Yeah. Huge Beatles fan, love Beatles, love Paul McCartney to death, and it's a great show. And if you're not here tonight, you are missing so much. Kick yourself, be jealous, because you should be. Last night, the entire back of the venue was going, Paul McCartney, clap, 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 clap. It was so cool. It was so great. It really was. History-making show last night. It was great. He had a DJ last night spinning some remixes of Beatles tunes, different people singing the songs and all that, like a reggae version of Come Together, I think it was. But mostly it's just a pre-show with Paul's music playing and a little bit of a bulletin slideshow thing going on, but then 3 hours of Paul McCartney after that, so your money's worth and more than that, believe it.
Big time Beatle fan. I was at the Bangladesh concert at the Garden back in the 70s.
Really?
Yeah, so I was there, and so we got to see George, we got to see Ringo, and now I get to see Paul.
I cannot wait. This is my 7th Paul McCartney show. He's always great in New York City. We love Paul, wherever he goes. I love him. Been seeing Paul forever. It seems like since the late 70s, since Wings over America. It was 76, 77 at the Spectrum in Philadelphia.
Oh, really? Yeah. Spectrum in Philly,
yeah.
big venue.
It's not there anymore. The old Spectrum, the memories.
What do you want to hear tonight? There's got to be one.
It doesn't matter. When it comes to Paul, he can do whatever he wants. The energy is incredible. The place goes wild. It's a Saturday night in New York City. Let's have fun.
I made a friend in Las Vegas, and at Beatles Love, and I'm going to meet her tonight. She's coming from Sunnyvale. I come from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
All the way for the show?
For the show. We were just in Vegas in June, and we went to the concert in San Francisco last summer. So this is our 3rd concert.
Fantastic. Was that Paul McCartney also? Or was
all
that
Paul McCartney.
Just Paul McCartney?
Yeah, but then we saw Ringo in Canada right after his 70th birthday in Calgary.
Last year?
Last year, yeah.
Yes.
And he had,
All-Stars.
and yet it was, that's right, and it was a charity function that he was supporting.
There's got to be one that you really want to hear.
Helter Skelter!
That's the one?
That's one!
My wife and I attended Ringo's 70th birthday down at Radio City, and we kind of suspected that we knew he was in the city, and we expected that he might show up. And believe it or not, he did, and he came out and sang Birthday, which is like a rarity for him to do, but he did it that evening, and we were very happy that we attended.
Jim and Eric here at New York Yankee Stadium. Tomorrow's Eric's 17th birthday, and we're going to see Paul McCartney tonight. Excited? We can't wait. Love the Beatles.
Happy birthday. Is that
Thanks.
a birthday present?
Yep, birthday present.
Can't beat that birthday present.
No,
That's
we're
for
the
sure.
best. Looking forward
Guys
to
did
it.
a lot of concerts?
Yeah, actually, pretty many. We've seen Billy Joel together, Elton John, Springsteen. So we think McCartney's the best one yet. Best one yet.
My name's Erica Butto, and this is my family, and we're from upstate New York.
Saw him in Boston 2 years ago, and figured we had to be here tonight.
How was that show?
Awesome, incredible, absolutely incredible. First time I'd ever seen them. Absolutely amazing.
Lifelong Beatles fan.
He's as good as ever.
You can't beat him. Best band ever. Best band ever.
We saw Ringo a number of years ago, but I've never seen Paul.
And what other concerts have you guys been to over the years?
Oh my gosh.
All sorts of
My parents were in a rock band locally where we live for 30 years, and longtime music lovers, and seen many people.
Yeah, we live up near Saratoga, so we've seen all those bands come into SPAC over the years. So
Elton John's coming, Stevie Nicks is coming.
yeah,
good show.
Yeah,
We've
Def
got
Leppard,
Heart and
Journey.
Def Leppard and Journey.
Yeah.
We've seen them all.
First concert I ever went to? Oh my gosh. I think it was a Yes concert.
That's a great one.
Many years ago. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. But this is, Beatles are my all-time favorite, so this is a big one for me.
Very
excited,
nice.
yeah. I'm going to see U2 next week, so it's a
Over
concert
across
month.
the river.
Which one?
The Meadowlands,
Yeah.
yep.
I will be there.
All right, maybe we'll see you
You
there.
have to look for.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll see you there.
Paul McCartney.
All right, rock and roll.
This will be my 5th show.
5 times already?
5 times already.
Fantastic. And what was the first time you ever saw him?
2007 in Chicago at the United Center.
What about that show? Did anything that really stands out in your memory?
The first time I ever heard A Day in the Life was at that show. And I think that's the greatest song ever written. And when you hear it, you just get chills through your whole body. And it's like you're hearing history as it happens. It's a really amazing experience.
Is that the one you really want to hear tonight?
Yeah, always. Last night, what did he play for the first time last night? He played a new song off of Help, second song on Help, I can't think of it. But he played it for the first time ever. It was amazing to hear, and it sounded just like the record. He sounds so good still. So it's always a treat to see him. I'm really excited again. I've seen Bob Dylan 15 times in like 4 or 5 different countries. I traveled. I was in Europe for a while, and I went and followed him around in Sweden and in a couple other places. He's different to see live than Paul, because he's not just doing the hits straight as they were. It's always, you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. Paul's always great.
And where's your seats tonight?
I don't have them yet. Last night I bought tickets down here. I got on the floor, and then I kind of rushed the stage at the end, and I was right up front for the 2 encores.
Excellent. Did you scalp?
I did. It was a $600 ticket that I bought for $100. It got me into the fancy VIP club. I was like, I don't belong there. I didn't know what I'm doing there. So it was great. Great time though. I'm hoping to do the same tonight. So.
Excellent. You gotta be careful out. They're not always real.
No, they're not. I've been burned. I was burned going to see Eric Clapton at the Royal Albert Hall a couple of years ago. But then that all worked out because someone gave me a free ticket. So, but people seem to be good out there for the most part.
You go to a lot of shows. Is there any chance you caught Led Zeppelin in London?
I did not. Oh my God, I would have loved to. That would have been. Did you?
Front row.
Oh no.
I stood in line for 64 hours.
Oh my God.
Front row in front of Jimmy Page. That's why I'm front row Dave.
That's amazing. You are something else.
That's what they tell me. Everybody gives me a different reason, but that's what they tell me. Awesome, man. You are definitely a rocker, man.
Thank you.
Love chatting with you.
You
Have
too.
a great time at the show tonight.
Thanks.
Good. My name is Christine.
I'm Ursula.
Great. And looking forward to the show tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
We sure are.
Especially at Yankee Stadium. I'm a huge Yankee fan, so I had to come.
No doubt, yeah.
I hear that they were winning earlier today.
They won.
They won.
They won, yeah. CC pitched his 14th victory, so they won.
Fantastic. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
And have you seen any of the Beatles before, or Paul before?
We saw Paul once before, yeah.
We saw Paul once, yeah.
Where was that concert?
Oh, the Meadowlands.
Meadowlands.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. He puts on a great show. Fantastic. He does all the music. I'm so thrilled to come see him again because he's terrific. He's terrific. And he hasn't lost his voice yet, which I'm really grateful for. I mean, I've been a fan all my life, and I'm so glad that my daughter's a fan now because it's just wonderful, you know? It's great.
The Beatles music and Paul McCartney and obviously John Lennon and George Harrison, they're all, like, their music is timeless. And something that was popular in the 60s, 70s is still popular today, and you can tell because there's a ton of people here.
Let's hear it for Paul.
Yeah! Woo!
Have you guys ever seen any of the Beatles before? Or?
Yes. Paul McCartney back in Citi Field a couple of years ago.
Fantastic.
Yes.
What was the highlight of that show that you?
The highlight of the show was the fireworks and his encore. His encore was very good.
What was his encore song?
Hey Jude, Let It Be. Don't remember what his last song was, but that was pretty much it.
I'm hoping he'll do something from Sgt. Pepper's. That would always be great.
That would be.
Yes.
You know, there's so many.
Yes.
You know, I can't imagine how he can sit down and choose a set list.
No, he probably doesn't remember most of his work.
Probably not. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And a full 3 hours is what they're saying.
Yes.
Full 3 hours.
Yes,
show.
absolutely. Yeah. We're from Staten Island. My name is John, and this is Adam.
I'm Eli from Montclair, New Jersey. I'm here with my dad, and it's his first time seeing the Beatles too, and he grew up with them, so it's kind of a cool experience. And this should be great. I mean, McCartney is such a huge name. You know, nothing can compare.
I'm married to a girl from Liverpool. Her father went to school with George. They went to, they're from Wavertree together. I hope you rock us tonight, and welcome to Yankee Stadium, and let's go Paul, let's go Yankees.
What's your name?
Joan Daly.
Hi, Joan.
I have a Beatle book here from 1964. My parents bought it for me, and it says The Beatles, and then you open it up and you have the whole
Look at that.
accordion of all the pictures, and I kept it all these years, and I'm wearing it tonight at the Paul McCartney concert.
I bet you only bring it out for special occasions.
Yes, I do.
I don't blame you. That is awesome.
Isn't that great?
Tell him how much you love Paul McCartney.
Oh, I love Paul McCartney more than anything. He's my favorite. He's my #1 performer. He always was. He always will be. And I'm very excited.
Have you seen him before, or is this your very first time?
Very first time. So excited.
I bet.
And I'm her sister-in-law.
And where are you coming from?
We're originally from Ireland, born in Ireland. And my brother and I grew up with the Beatles. We love them. And listened to their music from the 60s.
Sure.
Yeah, but we're still young, so it's okay.
Absolutely, we're all young.
Now we live in Yonkers, New York.
That's right.
And
I couldn't tell.
coming from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn.
And we're from the Bronx.
Yonkers, New York. And we grew up with Ed Sullivan and Paul McCartney.
Fantastic. What a great, world of rock and roll this is, isn't it?
Oh my God.
That's my sister-in-law.
But with all the years of rock and roll, there has been nothing better than this, than Paul McCartney, than the Beatles.
What was your first concert ever?
My first concert was, I think, the Dave Clark 5. Oh, you mean of the Beatles?
You stumped me. No, any band at all.
No, the Dave Clark 5.
You stumped me on that one. That one I don't know. And how about you?
I saw the Bee Gees.
You
I
saw
love
the
them.
Bee Gees.
I love them.
Back in the 70s?
Back in the 70s.
Here in New York?
Love the Bee Gees, always. Donna Summer, the Bee Gees.
Excellent. The disco era, right?
I love the disco era.
Fantastic. And where was the Dave Clark 5? Where was that show?
It was in Brooklyn. It was in a small theater in Brooklyn.
Excellent.
But it was my first exposure to rock and roll music on stage.
Isn't it great, live music?
It's fantastic.
It really
Nothing
is,
like it.
You can sit home and you can listen to record after record. You can sit home and watch even live stuff on YouTube, but there's nothing like the experience of a great live event.
And the vinyl. You still have your vinyl records?
Oh, I've got hundreds.
Oh, so do we. We have a storage unit just for that.
There you go. And let's hear it for Paul McCartney.
Yeah! All right! Woo!
Okay, I remember, let's see, I guess it was 1962 when he came to the U.S. It was 63, 62. I remember they coming to New York, Manhattan, 42nd Street, 8th Avenue. They had all the stands out. They selling wigs, Beatle wigs. You could buy them for $5.
No kidding.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? They had a lot of memorabilia for the Beatles at that time. They had just come to the United States, and it was Beatlemania, man. The biggest thing was the Ed Sullivan Show. And well, if you missed that, you missed a good thing. So.
You saw that one?
Oh yeah, sure.
Live?
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
Sure.
You're the first person I talked to today that's seen that.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that. And.
I mean, we all saw it on TV and reruns, but you know.
No, I saw it the original. Yeah, I saw it on TV.
Amazing.
Yeah. I don't look that old, but I am.
You don't. That's for sure.
Yeah, so that was a good time. But we've come to see him again because my wife and I, this is the first time we see a Beatle in person. And we want to see him before I die or he dies, one or the other. We all pass away, so we'll hope to have a good time tonight. I'm sure we will.
Definitely. And out of all their songs, there's got to be one you really want to hear.
Oh, Yesterday is my song. I love it. And I saw, I was reading in the record today that he sang it last night, so I'm hoping he sings it tonight.
Yeah, all excited. I brought my dad here.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, like, it's been 47 years since I saw him in Ed Sullivan, and finally see him for the first time in person today. So I always followed him through the years, and today I'm especially here. Of course, it took a few years to get here, so I got my medications just in case. But 47 years, but I made it thanks to my kids. They all chipped in so I could make it tonight.
It'll be my fourth time.
Fourth time?
Well, I saw the Beatles in '66. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
You don't look old enough to see the Beatles in '66.
Thank you, but I did.
That's for sure.
And I saw McCartney in Fenway Park and tonight, so 3 times actually, yeah.
Okay, and where did you see the Beatles in '66?
Suffolk Downs in Boston.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And anything that you can tell me about that show that was
A lot of screaming girls. And you could hear the music. They were around for about maybe less than an hour.
Uh-huh.
And the Circle was the opening act, who was also managed by Brian Epstein. And Bobby Hebb was on, Sonny. And then the Beatles were on last, of course. And it was a great show. So, memorable thing, glad I went. It was the last tour that they had, I guess, you know, the end of '66. I remember they played I Feel Fine. It's the only one I really remember. They played a lot of stuff, but I do remember that because John Lennon played the lead on it, not Harrison. So it was something to remember it by. Yeah.
It'd be wild if they played that one tonight.
He just might.
You never know, right?
Yeah, he can do a lot. I saw him 2 years ago, so I'm thinking that the show must have changed somewhat. So.
That's the thing that's so great about Paul. He could come out with so many different songs. He could probably play different set lists for 10 shows straight.
A lot of material.
Definitely, a lot of great material.
Yeah, should be a good show.